Okay, I'd like to share with you some things that you can do with the Google Drive app. This is a wonderful productivity tool that you can use for all of your documents and sheets and things, and it's easy to use right on the iPad too, so you don't always have to have your computer to access your files. Just recently, Google has come out with a separate app that is for docs and a separate app that is for sheets, their spreadsheets. So if you do download the Google Drive app, you'll also want to download the Google Doc app and the Google Sheets app. And this is supposed to be an improvement to help things work a little bit better, but we'll see how that goes as they change different things. So as I open up my Google Drive, I'm going to go back here to My Drive, and on the side you have different drives you can go into. This is my Moline Schools drive, and I have My Drive, I have Shared With Me, anything that's been shared with me I can see that, recent, uploads, starred, things like that. Another thing that's really neat about the Google Drive app is you can seamlessly switch between any of your Google accounts. I have several different Google accounts, and I could easily switch between both either of those accounts. So if I'm at work and I want to pull up something from something I have saved on the Art of Education Google account, I can pull that up, and I can just seamlessly work between the two. Okay, so I'm going to open up a folder. This happens to be my Art Doc folder, and it's just a recent one that I've kind of started putting some different things in. And you can see the little icons on there will kind of show what kind of a Google file it is, or what kind of another file that you might have had. Google Drawing, this one here that says 2D shapes and 3D forms, that is actually a Google Drawing. Now, I can't edit it on the iPad because it does, as of now, they don't support a Google Drawing, but I could open it in something else. I could print it out. So even if and same thing with like a PDF file, if I opened up the PDF, I can't edit it at all because it's not a supported document, but I can certainly look at it. I can share it with something else. I could maybe open it in a different file, a different app, and it would work. If I open up a Google Sheet, like this one here, this would be a Google Sheet, it's going to automatically open it through a Google Sheet app. So it'll automatically go through there. No, thank you. So if I go back to, and you see on the Google Sheet, it will only be your spreadsheet things on there, which is neat to find, easy to find a spreadsheet on there. If I go back to the Google Drive, if I open up a Google Doc, it'll just go in the Google Doc. If I want to edit this, I can certainly tap on it and I could go through and edit it. I have all of the tools at the top that I need. I can look to see if there's other viewers, if I've shared it with someone else, and it'll be there. And the little eye icon up there pulls up who it is shared with. Okay, I can share it with someone else. I can rename it. I can remove it. Do all those different things to it on there. Cool about the Google Docs and the Google Drive is you can use the iPad to have students take quizzes, assessments using Google Forms. Now, Google Forms is not an application on the iPad yet. I hope that they create it soon. So you can't create a Google form on the iPad, but you can utilize them and access them, and the iPads make it a really easy way to assess the students quickly. If you have a one-to-one situation, it very much makes it easy, but even if you have just a small set, you can have students rotate in and take a quick quiz, or even have it be an exit ticket on the way out. I've created a little color third grade quiz, and it's right here in this Art Docs folder, and I'm going to click on that eye. Now, I wasn't going to go ahead and open it up because that will open it up in Google Chrome right now, and I don't want to quite do that yet. But what I want to do is click on the little eye and open this up, and I want to get the link for it. So I'm going to click Get Link, and it's copied to my clipboard. And then what I want to do is I want to go into Safari, and I want to paste that link and go to it. So now you can see my Google form here, and it's just a super simple quick one just to show you what to do. If you click on the little share icon that's up at the left, one of the options that you have, oops, there we go, one of the options you have is to add to home screen. If I click on that button and hit add, it's going to add this to my home screen on the iPad as if it was a little icon. So it's going to make it look like an app. So I'm going to click add. Okay, and there it is right down there at the bottom, color 3rd grade. So what students can do is you can have them go in, tap on that, and they will be able to go in and fill out their name, and their class code, however you would like them to do that. And then they can go through and answer the questions. And you can, have it be very quick. And very easy to do. And then they click submit. Okay, it gives you the thanks, your response has been recorded, and you could have another student come right up and hit submit another one, and another student could take care of that. Okay, now what that does though, that populates your responses, and you can find your responses in it's going to be the same folder where you have the Google form, and if you look right next to it, it says color 3rd grade responses, and it's a Google Sheet. So if I open that up, it's going to bring in the 3rd grade responses, and I can see what the timestamp, what time the student took it, their answers, all on there. I can see, the name and the class code. So it really makes it easy for you to go back and see, get a really quick assessment, whether it's a pre-test and a post-test or a quick formative assessment. It's a good one to use for that. Okay, so I recommend playing around, downloading and playing around with the Google Drive app, as well as getting, now you need to do the Google Sheets and Google Docs as well. The sharing aspect of this is phenomenal. I was able to do a project where students were taking a crayon and they were talking about it from a book. So they were able to just come back and type in their answers, and then leave a space for the next person to do it. And while they were doing that, there was 4 other iPads where the students were on apps, and they were doing on the Google Sheets, and they were doing the same thing. So it's a very useful app for the classroom.